Hi guys, it's Neil. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. These products I literally could not do 2026 without. Like the hygiene products I'm going to show you in this video, they are products that I need and that you need to have in 2026 because your hygiene routine is probably outdated. So maybe the products I'm going to show you in this video you should definitely get your hands on because they are so helpful. And I'm going to be telling you guys about how I use it in my day-to-day life and why I use them. If you're excited to get into this video just like I am, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and turn on your post notifications so you know every single time I upload a new video. The first hygiene product I just want to talk about now, this isn't really a product, but it is something that I use like 2 to 3 times a week because it really helps with how soft my skin is and how smooth my skin is, and that is a dry brush. You've probably seen a dry brush being talked about a lot on social media, and let me tell you now, it is so worth it. One thing about me, I've never really been the type to have rough skin, dull skin, dry skin, and that is purely because I use a dry brush. Dry brushing is so helpful when it comes to helping remove all the dead skin cells off before you even get into the shower, and it also helps to give you soft baby skin. But not only does dry brushing help me get soft, smooth baby skin, but it also helps with blood circulation, which is so important. I've seen a lot of videos on social media and a lot of people are dry brushing the wrong way. Dry brushing is never slow, long strokes. That is not what dry brushing is. You don't dry brush like this, you're doing it completely wrong. Dry brushing is fast, small, short strokes. So literally fast, short, fast, short, fast, short. And the key with dry brushing is bringing it all to the center. Make sure you're doing it on completely dry skin before a shower, hence dry brushing. If you have a dry brush or if you're going to get your hands on a dry brush, just make sure you're not doing it every day. Dry brushing, if you don't know, is a form of exfoliation, so you shouldn't be doing it every day. Me personally, 2 to 3 times a week is perfectly fine. Sometimes I forget and I ended up doing it once a week, especially because summer is coming up. Like summer is around the corner. Now the next product I want to talk about is a really big one for me because growing up I used to wash with Femfresh for my girl down there, and Femfresh I do not recommend it at all. I don't know what it was about Femfresh, but it threw my pH balance all the way off, like all the way off. And on social media a lot of the girlies were saying to use it, you know, an unscented Dove bar soap, and my gosh have I not stopped using it since then. I've been using a Dove bar soap unscented for about 2 years now for my girl down there, and my gosh have I not had any problems. So that is obviously the next product I'm going to talk about. If you're trying to look for a new bar soap or if you're trying to switch up why your girl has an unbalanced pH, start with the soaps that you're using. And the reason I love this is purely because it is made for sensitive skin. Anything made for sensitive skin and unscented is so good for your girl down there because our girls down there are sensitive. This is definitely the bar soap I'm going to recommend to all you girlies. If you don't have this in your hygiene routine, you need to. If you've seen girls on social media talking about these, trust me, they weren't lying because these are so good. The next hygiene product I'm going to be talking about is the one I'm most known for on TikTok. I've gone viral so many times just talking about this product, and it's because it genuinely works. I'm literally on my second bottle, but that is glycolic acid. I struggled a lot with odor growing up on my underarms, and I also struggled with how dark my underarms were, and I could never really find anything that was helping that. I could never really come to a solution about my armpits are dark, how can I fix that, or my odor is so bad, how can I fix that, until I stumbled across glycolic acid. When I moved out of my parents' house, I started to learn more about hygiene and my body and like things like that, like what works for it, what doesn't work for it, etc. That's also when I started using Dove unscented soap instead of Femfresh. I was searching for a product for ages and ages and ages, and on TikTok lots of people were talking about glycolic acid. So I decided to give it a try. I wasn't really having high hopes for it because I've tried lots of other products in the past and they didn't help with my smelly armpits either. So you know how sometimes it takes a while to see results with the products? No, glycolic acid, 2 weeks, my armpit odor in general was just gone, vanished, gone. I didn't have to worry about it again. When it comes to me talking about glycolic acid, it's a product that I never can shut up about because I know a lot of people are insecure about their odor, and that is completely normal, and we think that there aren't products out there to help us, but wrong. Okay, glycolic acid, I have found it. It's by The Ordinary and this is amazing. I also just want to say all of these products that I'm mentioning today are linked on my Amazon storefront. My Amazon storefront is always linked in the description box for you guys, so if you want to get your hands on this, it's linked on my Amazon store. Another reason I love glycolic acid, it took away both my insecurities at once. Now when I bought glycolic acid, it was solely for the purpose of it getting rid of my armpit odor, right? Because that's what it was known for on social media. Like I said, one of my other insecurities growing up was how dark my armpits were. So while I'm using glycolic acid, I realized that my armpit is getting a bit lighter. The dark marks are fading. My skin is getting a bit more even. I don't really have uneven skin tone anymore because I had a lot of uneven skin tone here. And one thing I realized is that this product was getting rid of that. At first I was like, oh, my armpits look lighter today. A couple weeks after, oh, my armpits look more lighter. And not that I'm complaining, but what am I using? Why is my armpits like looking like that? And then I started realizing glycolic acids. Little did I know that this product alone would have ended up taking away both my insecurities that I've had ever since I was a young girl. I'm just going to talk a bit more how to use it because using this incorrectly can do you more harm than good because it is an acid at the end of the day, so you have to be careful with the usage and stuff like that. You do not use this more than twice a week, and this is a form of exfoliation. We do not exfoliate every day, do we? So after I come out the shower, I'll get a cotton pad. I'll put like 3 drops of it on one side, swipe it underneath my underarms, flip the cotton pad over, and I put like another 3 drops for the other underarm, and that's all I do. Like you don't have to do anything else after that. My only 2 tips with glycolic acid would be make sure your armpits are fully dry before doing it. If you come out the shower and you do it straight away, you're mixing it with water, it's not going to work, it's not going to be effective. Tip number 2 is make sure you're using deodorant after glycolic acid. A lot of people ask me, do we put deodorant on after glycolic acid? Yes, you can. However, wait 10 to 15 minutes after you put glycolic acid. For example, example, you don't put glycolic acid and then go in with deodorant straight away. No. If anything, your underarms will probably sting during that 10 to 15 minutes, and this just gives the product time to work and absorb into the skin. After it's dry, then you go in with your deodorant. And this is really, really affordable, guys. I got mine off TikTok Shop. It was only £7. That's another great thing about The Ordinary. You get amazing things for such a good price. I will never stop talking about probiotics and how important they are for women, especially. When your gut health is off, as women, your body will tell you. It can be through your skin, it can be through your gut, and if she's a bit smelly, you'll be more bloated, you'll be breaking out a lot more. There's just a lot of things that would go on. You'd be more tired, you'd have less energy. And one of the best ways to support a healthy and balanced gut is by taking your probiotics. And that is where WellGuard comes in, because my gosh, have I been taking these for 2 years and they have never failed me. These are the WellGuard Vitaflora, and the best thing about these, guys, they are formulated for women. They're literally made for women's body. You're probably wondering, well, how does this relate to hygiene? Well, because first of all, my pH balance will be off if my gut health is bad. Taking my probiotics to help me have a balanced and healthy pH down there as well also relates to hygiene. So that is why probiotics is such a big part of my hygiene routine. Cannot stand an unbalanced pH, bad skin, being bloated all the time. Like, I can't stand that. So taking probiotics definitely helps me. Another good probiotic by WellGuard is the Gutsat probiotics. Now, these probiotics help to target down there. These probiotics help to target the gut specifically. Regardless of which probiotic you take, they both help to support a good, healthy and balanced gut, which is important. But the Gutsat probiotics are just as good. And the best thing about these probiotics, they both have 20 billion live bacteria. You know how much good bacteria that is for women's bodies? Like, that is actually amazing. You literally just take one a day and you're going to see a big difference in how you feel in your body. I promise you that. The next product I want to touch on, because this one is vital, especially with spring literally being here now. Like, by the time this video goes up, it's going to be like towards the end of March. One thing about me in the spring and summertime, I need to be having a glowy body. Like, I refuse to step out the house and my body isn't on glow. This one from Palmer's I've been loving. Really, really love how soft this is on the skin. The way it just goes on my skin so smooth. Like, it literally glides, okay? It literally glides on my skin. So I love this. And the way I lather this with all my other products to smell good all day, I absolutely love. So body oil is something so vital, especially during this time of year. Like, I need to be glowing 24/7, especially because I dry brush like 2 to 3 times a week. When I use a body oil after the shower, my skin is like baby soft. Next product I want to talk about is one that I recently got my hands on. Literally got my hands on this body scrub like about 3 weeks ago, and ever since then I have been in love. I've tried a few body scrubs in my time and they've been amazing, but my gosh, there's this one lather so beautifully and smells so divine. This is the Dove Exfoliating Body Scrub Crushed Macadamia and Rice Milk scent. When I put this on in the shower, my whole bathroom starts smelling like it. It's so strong, but it's also really, really soft on the skin. Have you guys ever got your hands on a body scrub that didn't really body scrub? Like, you know, put it on and like you didn't really feel the scrub on you. You have to put a lot for it to be effective and stuff. That is not the case with this body scrub. I literally scoop it and put it on my legs and I just start going in with it. It is the most softest, most beautiful scent of a body scrub I have probably got my hands on yet. When I think of this body scrub, I just think of like a clean girl who's in her feminine era, her soft girl era. She just wants to smell divine, because that's exactly how this smells. The next product I want to touch on is something that I have also been using for like the same time I've been using glycolic acid, so about 2 years. And this is another one of my products that I bought that really, really helps me to get rid of my armpits, sweating and the odor that was there. Certain deodorants can make you sweat faster, therefore you smell faster. So changing my deodorant is another big thing I did. Ever since then, I've got the Dove Powder Soft, long-lasting fragrance and antiperspirant 0% alcohol. The type of deodorants I used to use, I'm going to put it on the screen. These type of deodorants I do not recommend at all. If you're odor prone, I do not recommend a wet finish deodorant at all. This is a dry stick deodorant, so after putting this on, my armpits aren't wet. They're completely dry. Another type of deodorant I don't recommend are the spray deodorants. Spray deodorants have never really worked for me. I don't know what it is. I just feel like they don't stay on my skin long enough. This isn't usually my go-to one, because my go-to one last time I was in store I couldn't find it, so I just ended up picking this up, which still works as good. My go-to one is the Dove Invisible Dry. That one does not stain my clothes. This one can stain my clothes. Most of the time after a shower, I just usually stay in my robe and I don't really see it staining anything. However, if I'm getting dressed straight away and I'm in a rush, then this can stain it. But Dove have got a version that says Invisible Dry, so it doesn't stain your clothes at all. Another reason why I love this is because it doesn't have really a scent to it. It's really powdery, soft scent. It's not too strong. I don't really like strong scents on my underarms and on my girls on there. Those are the two sensitive parts of my body. Staying away from fragrance things for those areas is always what I'm gonna do. Having a deodorant that is really soft smelling, it's not too strong, the fragrance is barely there, I absolutely love. And yeah, once again, love a dry stick deodorant. Doesn't make me sweat, doesn't make me smell. A dry stick deodorant is always better than a wet finish deodorant or one of those spray deodorants. And the last product I want to show in this video, because this one is a pretty big one for me. Once again, I love smelling like vanilla, so the next one is the Shea Butter and Vanilla Scent Body Wash by Dove. I just love smelling sweet vanilla-y, like a cupcake, and like I love smelling like that. And this body wash, my gosh, does it work amazing in the shower. And one thing I love about this is less is more with this. You don't need to put too much on for this to actually like work well and like lather up on you beautifully. But that is everything I wanted to share about my 2026 hygiene must-haves and the products that I literally could not live without, because they make me smell good day in, day out, make me feel good from the inside out as well, which is just as important. I really hope hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe because I would love to have you as part of the community. And make sure you go follow me over on TikTok and Instagram. I post a lot more content over there, and if you like this video, YouTube suggests that you'll like the next one.